Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect.
There are many demons, but there's only one.
Electro Demon.
It is done.
Cultic is a retro-inspired boomer shooter that recently came out. I strongly believe Cultic represents what retro boomer shooters are. It's made by Jassos Games, basically just one dude, and it's published by 3D Realms. It's officially called Cultic Chapter 1 on Steam, but this is a full game. If you do a bit of research, the developer says this is the main game and Chapter 2 will most likely be DLC. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that Cultic is the best game I've played this year. Forget God of War Ragnarok, this is the game to play. The story in Cultic is rather vague, which is fine for a shooter of this caliber. You investigate a string of homicides in the city of New Grandwell. You're removed from the case and you decide to investigate this on your own. And that's pretty much it. You wake up from the grave and I guess figure out there's some cult behind these murders and you go on killing. Well, not killing, investigating. There are notes scattered throughout the levels from which you can gather and piece out info about the story. But the gameplay is the main appeal here. Cultic is heavily inspired by Blood, a huge hit from Monolith back in the day. But it's its own thing despite being heavily influenced by Blood. You kill cultists like you did in Blood. But the gunplay, oh my god. One of the tightest gunplays I've ever seen. You have a wide arsenal of guns, from pistol, machine gun, throwable dynamite sticks, Molotov cocktails, sniper rifle of sorts, grenade launcher, double-barrel shotgun, and maybe something more I forgot to mention. Most guns have a secondary fire mode. Double-barrel shotgun is my favorite weapon in this game. It's so goddamn punchy and it likes to convert lower-tier cultists into bloody mush. The flamethrower is also an awesome weapon. It's Cultic's version of a BFG and it sets enemies on fire. Seeing cultists run around while burning never gets old. Also the dynamite sticks, you can throw them lit or unlit and they produce a big explosion and they are loads of fun to use. I'll not describe every weapon in the game, hopefully throughout this video you'll see for yourself. Also you have an upgrade bench and you can upgrade your guns from upgrade parts scattered throughout the level. You can upgrade your firepower, ammo capacity and some other things. It's a cool little feature. Now the enemies, wow, all of them are awesome. Cultists that throw axes, cultists with shotguns, basically many variations of cultists. Some are tougher than another. Then there are zombies, monsters with big jaws, skeletons and plenty more. I love all the enemies in this game and they are varied. There are 2 boss fights by my count, somewhere in the middle of the game and the final boss. I'm happy to say that they're great and the fight is not just depleting their health to 0 by mindlessly shooting them. Both have a trick or a specific pattern to figure out. They were quite tough on my first playthrough. It was very enjoyable to beat them. One of them is a goddamn tank. A fucking tank. That's it, I'll shut up, I don't want to spoil it for you. The levels are a thing of beauty. The color palette is all mudged up and limited, but this is on purpose. It's made to look like a build engine game. But the game also uses a lot of voxels and the general art style is something truly incredible. The art style mixes so well with the atmosphere. Cultish themes with horror mixed with this great art style is just incredible. The game has 10 levels and all 10 of them are great. Each is roughly about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Grave, shipyard, chapel, asylum, mines, etc. All are great and like I said, they fit into this cultish theme. I love that on some levels it's so dark that you have to use your flashlight. It's downright spooky sometimes. It's not just running around and killing, there's pulling a lever, finding an item and bringing it somewhere and the obligatory find a key. It's quite interactive. The gunplay is so tight and satisfying and all of this is accompanied by a killer soundtrack made by its developer, Jason Smith. The guy is super talented. It's a mix of ambiental, electronic, horror and upbeat. Awesome stuff. The game is made in Unity and you can run it on pretty much any rig. no game-breaking bugs were found on my playthrough. Its art style is specific, like I said, limited color palette, enemies are sprites, but like I said, this is done on purpose, and it looks fantastic. I have to mention the save system. It's save anywhere with quick saves, I love it. It should always be like this in a shooter of this type. The only thing is, during those 2 boss fights I mentioned, you can't quick save. I found this to be a great choice, as it prevents you from save scamming boss fights. Cultic is the best game I've played this year, hands down. Its immersive atmosphere combined with cultish influences and tight combat system is just insanely good. And it's $10 on Steam, well worth it. If you're a fan of old school shooters and like boomer shooters, and if you're a fan of Blood, definitely check this one out. If I had to give a score to this game, I'd give it 10 out of 10.